Let's find some pigs. Not sure where a slaughterhouse is, but let's just hang out right here.
What a ridiculous idea to have asked Holmes for something to do. Where on earth am I going to find what he wants? Perhaps that kind Lucy will be able to help me.
I thought she was in that window, but maybe not. Lucy. Who's Lucy? Oh, that's Lucy.
I must go to Miss Bella's.
We are at Miss Bella's, but she's not here.
No, it would be better not to insist.
She's not here. Okay, I don't know. He's not here either.
Tell me, is it...
Oh, it's so cold. Come, come, let's warm up.
Okay, I think we might... I hope we're not screwed here. I really do. You don't look so good.
I have nothing to ask. Commercial Street.
This is weird. I feel like she's supposed to be there and she's not. Maybe she's somewhere else. It says go to Lucy's. I went to Lucy's. Who's screaming? That doesn't sound good. I heard somebody screaming.
I have nothing to ask. No, it would be better not to insist. No, it would be better not to insist.
I'm very confused.
Tell me, you little scamp, do you know the owner of a butcher's shop or a slaughterhouse where pigs are killed? There's a coin in it for you.
No, sir, but for a coin, I'll tell you this. Ask Miss Bella's gals. They have to deal with a whole bunch of pig-headed oafs every day.
Oh, Miss Bella. That's the person in here. Okay. Oh,
Good
here we
evening,
go.
Lucy.
Oh, she's
But-
here.
Is something wrong?
Good evening, Dr. Watson. Yes, it's my uncle. He's no longer with us.
Please accept my condolences, miss.
Thank you, Doctor. But why are you here? Can I help you?
My request may sound rather strange, but do you know if there is a butcher's or slaughterhouse in the area where pigs are killed?
Yes, Fletcher's the man. He was a regular client, owner of a little butcher's shop not far. But Miss Bella didn't want him to come, as long as he didn't treat his awful sickness.
Can you point to his shop on my map?
Certainly.
Do you know anything about the 2 latest murders?
Oh, goodness me, no. All the girls in the neighbourhood are terrified. Who will be next? That's what everyone is asking.
Goodbye, Lucy.
Until next time, perhaps, Doctor.
Alright, well, it's on my map now, apparently.
Ah, there's Fletcher's butcher shop. Closed due to illness. If the proprietor is ill, the butcher's block is probably not being used. Perhaps I can use it. Now, where could a sick butcher have got to?
The clinic! Obviously. Which is right down the street.
Yes, if Fletcher is ill, he should be
I'm
here.
a genius. I'm a genius.
Good evening, Dr. Watson.
Good evening, Dr. Gibbons. I have come to see you because I was wondering if, by any chance, you happen to have a patient by the name of Fletcher, a butcher who would have relinquished his shop due to illness. An illness caught during nocturnal encounters, if you catch my drift.
Fletcher is one of the regulars at the clinic. Mercury treatment against syphilis. A night with Venus, a lifetime with Mercury. He left London a fortnight ago for the fresh country air. Why is he of interest to you?
Oh, no reason. I'm more interested in using his shop, only for an hour or so. Would he have left his keys with family in the area?
He has none left, but he must have left Hardiman, the cat's meat seller, to oversee his shop. They're in business, they're good friends.
Do you know where he can be found?
No, but wander around the neighbourhood and listen for his beeps. He often passes in front of the clinic. Besides...
What? Oh, the cat food seller. Oh, we're looking for the cat food seller again. Okay. I was like, didn't somebody else do that? But no, it's the same guy. What's she doing?
It's me that you're looking for, sweetheart.
Actually, no. I am looking for the cat food seller, Hardiman.
Hardiman? Poor Hardiman? It isn't quitting time for him yet. That gives me some time to wander the streets before he shows up, and with him all the cats hereabouts.
Do you know where he lives?
Sure, and for a copper I might even tell you.
Here are a few coins.
You're too kind, Governor. Well, these days I knows that he lives with his mammy on Hanbury Street, in the same place where Dark Annie bled to death.
Why did you call him poor Hardiman?
Bah, he's in grieving, of course. Just a few weeks ago he lost his wife, and 3 months before that his girl, poor fella. He was in tatters, even came to cry on my shoulder, believe it or not.
Okay. Do I have this on my map now?
Well, I must leave you. I must go to Hanbury Street.
No, I didn't mean to hit that button. Actually, I did mean to hit that button, just... Man, I wish these streets were better marked. So, where is it? Like, none of these streets have names. think it's over. It must be over here somewhere. I mean, I'm just going up the doors.
Batty Street.
Batty Street? Oh, that's not Hanbury Street.
Burner Street.
That's Burner Street. That's not Hanbury Street. Okay, we're over here now. What's... I'm so confused. Oh, this is a dead end. Okay. Thought I might be over on this street over here, but this says it's not. This isn't it, right?
I have no reason to go that way.
It's over here. Oh, I think this might be right. No? No? Where is it? Oh, it's probably, I think it's back here. Okay, I think I know where it is now. Why don't... I wish they labeled these streets. I really do. Yeah. I think this is it right here.
Bucks Road.
Or not. Or maybe not. Or maybe I'm just wrong.
I have no reason to go that way.
Where is this? Ah! Most annoying thing about this game is finding things. Because they haven't labeled things at all.
Bucks Road. Whitechapel Street. Whitechapel Street.
So we're on Whitechapel Street. Here, this is Whitechapel Street. There's a street here, which is
Whitechapel Street.
okay. I don't know where I'm going. And this street isn't even labeled. But hey, we'll check it out anyway. Oh, wait. Oh, this is the butcher shop.
I must go to Hanbury Street.
I don't know where Hanbury Street is. That's the problem here.
Bucks Row.
I don't know where that is. Like, they tried to give me a hint on, oh, it was where somebody was killed.
Whitechapel Street. I
Doesn't
have no
help
reason
me.
to go that way.
Ugh. It also doesn't tell you where you are on the map either. Batty. This is Batty.
Batty Street.
Like, maybe... Okay, I thought maybe it was not here, but it is here somewhere.
Batty Street. Batty Street. Burner Street.
Oh no. This is horrible. Awful.
Burner Street.
Although, also, it's surprisingly realistic.
I have no reason to go that way.
So I don't know where I'm going. Like, I feel like I've tried every single street. Do you feel like I've tried every single street? Because I do. I'm gonna see if I can figure it out. What? Oh man, it's not. It's right. It's here. It's not here. It's here. I didn't see this before. It's not even in this area. No wonder
This
I
is
was...
the building in which poor Annie Chapman was killed.
Beep beep. Dang it. I'm upset now. Beep beep.
Hello, are you Mr. Hardiman?
That's me.
I am Dr. Watson. I have come to see you about Fletcher's shop. I would like to use it for an hour or two, if you have the keys and your rates are reasonable.
Do you want to operate on someone in the butcher's?
Not at all. One of my friends needs it to prepare pig's heads.
Well, why not? Fletcher certainly wouldn't mind, but there's a problem.
Did you lose the key?
A problem? How so?
This morning, the neighbour above broke his key in the door. The old boy must have already had a drink.
So?
Well, I tried my best to unjam it with Fletcher's spare key, which is pretty thin, and bam, that one broke too.
Hard luck. But if you have the end of the broken key, perhaps it can be fixed.
It must still be upstairs. I didn't pick it up. Fletcher has a key too, so I didn't think it was a problem. Fancy, if I just had another key with a simpler blade, I could copy it.
I'm great at odd jobs.
Fine, I will try to find all of that. Well, see you later then.
Goodbye, sir.
Wait, what do I need to do? What do I need to do? Who's this guy?
I have nothing to ask.
Oh.
I have no reason to go that way.
Oh, there we go. I need to go in here. I guess. Oh, yeah. God, it's so dark.
Oh, no. But what a... Oh, how dreadful. Kebabs, the same as Hardiman's. So he prepares his meat here. My word, these are innards. This bag contains butcher's equipment.
I mean...
Where can I find a key with a simpler blade? On a worthless door, perhaps.
Looks delicious. Hey, look, this window works. Wow, a window that works in a game? What? That's crazy. Wow, that's amazing. All right.
This key was left inadvertently. Indeed, there is nothing terribly precious inside. But what a stench!
Is that good enough? Is that what he needs?
Have you found everything I need to remake the key?
There you go. I think you'll manage with all of this.
I'm sure I will, sir. It won't take me long.
Say, I think there's some of your business upstairs.
Oh, you're right. I ain't had the time to sort it out. Sometimes I'm in such a hurry to prepare my meat that I forget to clean up.
But why do it in the stairwell?
Offal bleeds bucket loads, they do, as you've seen. Now, why would I do that in my own lodgings?
Ah, of course. But what about your poor neighbours?
They owe it to me, all the times I've helped them out. And I don't have a shop either.
Say, you sell animal meat, isn't that right? Would you know where I could find a dozen small pig's heads?
The guy who gets me my offal should have some.
I'll pay your day's wages if you meet me at Fletcher's butcher shop in 2 hours with the pig's heads. Here's a little advance.
I'll do my best, Doctor.
Okay.
The caretaker of another building told us that the place where your mother lives has a reputation for facilitating prostitutes' activities. Is that true?
Sure, the doors are never closed. They come through here like it's Paddington Station.
By the way, I heard about your loss. My condolences.
Ta, sir. I saw them die slow deaths. My little girl, her face was eaten by the disease.
Thank you, my friend, and please forgive me for bringing up such painful memories.
Go, I must do my rounds, and I will look for what you've asked for.
As for me, I will go and find Holmes, and we will go to the butcher's together. Let's return to Fletcher's butcher shop.
It's possible, but if you want to continue to do business together, you mustn't speak of my presence in the area to anyone.
Don't worry, my lord. I'll be as quiet as a church mouse.
I think I accidentally skipped some dialogue. Ah! Jeez, Watson, you scared the crap out of me. Jeez. You're right in front of my face.
Holmes, will you explain the reason and rhyme behind this masquerade?
Elementary. We shall conduct an experiment that will allow us to answer a simple question. Does the type of weapon used by the killer correspond to a specific profession? And here are our sow's heads. Congratulations, Watson.
You're welcome, Holmes, but what do you really want to do? Take up a collection?
No. Take a weapon and stab it.
What shall we do, Holmes?
Obviously. What are you in?
There's nothing
Dingus?
further to find in this room, Watson. However, I need some knives. Our only hope is behind this door. There's nothing further to find in this room, Watson. However, I need some knives. Our only hope is behind this door.
Well, open the door then? Oh, maybe I have something in my inventory. I mean, I have a pocket knife.
There's nothing further to find in this room, Watson. However, I need some knives. Our only hope is behind this door.
Okay, then open the door. Oh.
This wheel is broken and prevents the door from sliding.
I think I have to leave and find some replacement wheel or something stupid like that, because why not make it as difficult as possible? Or I could just throw Watson against the door. That's
I
true.
need more information.
Okay, apparently it's not out there, so it's in here somewhere. But yet there is nothing to be seen anywhere.
There's nothing further to find in this room. And here are our sow's heads.
You're welcome, Holmes, but what do you really want to do? And so, Holmes?
So we take this axe and we beat and we crush the door. Well, how about this rope? No. Ropes are useful. I can take these pulleys. Okay. Oh wait, there we go. There's something. Okay.
This wheel is broken and prevents the door from sliding. This wheel is broken and... This wheel is broken and... There, this door is slightly raised. There is nothing further to find in this room, Watson.
Oh, I see. Now I can replace the wheel.
This wheel is broken and prevent...
Oh, I used the knife to take the old wheel off and put the new wheel on. I feel like this is just busy work here.
Elementary. While I prepare our experiment, could you find me 2 knives? A small one, somewhat larger than a pocket knife, with a large, sharp blade. We'll need it to separate the bones and to cut through the thick skins. Then find me a long knife that's at least 13 inches long, no shorter, that's sharp and has a thick blade.
Fine, Holmes, but I'd like to tell you about Hardiman. Do you know that he prepares his kebabs himself, and...
That he owns butcher's tools and uses offal? That's obvious, Watson. Pray, take my magnifying glass and my rule and get started, Watson. Find me these 2 knives.
Okay, now I gotta get knives. Alright. Hey, look. It's a drawer.
No, Holmes only needs 2 knives. No, Holmes only needs 2 knives. Thanks to the magnifying glass, I can find a small knife that matches Holmes's description.
What exactly was his description? A small one that is somewhat larger than a pocket knife with a large, sharp blade. We'll need it to separate the bones and cut through the thick skins. Then find a long knife that's at least 13 inches long, no shorter, that's sharp and has a thick blade. Alright, so 13 inches. 13 inches. And, slightly larger than a pocket knife. Okay. Oops, no.
With the rule, I must find a large knife.
There's none that are that big. Wait, I guess if you go with the whole thing. I mean, this is the longest one.
Size, 8.5 inches. Size, 13 inches.
I mean, not really. Oh, I think we want this one. The other one, I'm not so sure what we want. I mean, there's our pocket knife right here. I feel like maybe this one. Or this one. Maybe this one? I don't know. What? I'm gonna go with this one.
Here are the knives you asked for. Be careful, they're awfully sharp. Holmes, I must say that this experiment is making me rather uneasy, comparing animal heads to these poor women.
You're right, Watson, but this somewhat shocking experiment may help to end this massacre and save other victims, you can be sure of that. Look, these pigs' heads are still bloody, which will suit our experiment perfectly. I have a pocket knife and a scalpel with me. With the 2 knives you just brought me, we have a similar array of weapons as those probably used by the killer. We saw 3 types of throat wounds on the deceased attributed to this man, those intended to slit the throat, those intended to decapitate, and the more superficial yet mortal wound that led to the death of the unfortunate victim in Dutfield's yard, Miss Stride. With the help of these 4 knives, we are going to try to recreate these wounds on the pigs' heads and see what we can establish about the weapon or weapons used. We may also be able to rule out Miss Stride as a victim of the killer of the other 3.
Alrighty. What am I doing? Help. With the help of your 4 knives, try to reproduce 3 pig's heads of wounds indicated by Sherlock and determine which type of weapon were used by Jack the Ripper. Click on the pig head to get a close-up image. Once you've selected one or several knives for each wound, select one or more knives and place them in the crime scene weapon section. Okay.
Let's try to use these weapons on this head to obtain a large deep wound to the throat, like those that were noted on 3 of the 4 victims.
Gross.
This little knife is very sharp and has a very wide blade.
Looks very similar.
Look, Watson, this knife easily penetrates the flesh.
That's not right.
The wound is too shallow. This pocket knife is very sharp, but the wound is too shallow. Look, Watson, this knife easily penetrates the flesh. This little knife is very sharp and has a very wide blade.
Did we do it?
This little knife is very sharp and has a very... Look, Watson, this knife easily penetrates the flesh.
I don't know what I'm supposed to do.
This little knife is very sharp and has a very wide blade. Look, Watson, this knife easily penetrates the flesh.
Also, I'm annoyed that my chat keeps scrolling. Well, fine.
Let's try to use these weapons on this head to obtain a large deep wound to the throat, like those that were noted on 3 of the 4 victims.
Have I not done that? Maybe I don't have the right knife.
This little knife is very sharp and has a very wide blade. Look, Watson, this knife easily penetrates the flesh.
I think this one may not be quite right. I think we may have the wrong blade. But I don't know.
Let's hurry, Holmes.
Or maybe we do. I don't know, because we're controlling Sherlock now. We can't go in there, so I think we may have the right blades. But why isn't it giving me like a thing that says?
Let's try to decapitate our victim with these tools, knowing that the killer didn't quite manage to do it.
Charming.
Oh, I see. I think I know what we're doing. Oh.
Look, Watson, this little knife with a wide base can easily slice the vertebrae of our porcine friend. This knife with a long blade easily slices the flesh, but cannot dislocate the vertebrae.
Okay.
Let's see if these knives can inflict a mortal wound in a situation where a single quick blow is given. The scenario in question is that of Dutfield's Yard.
Scroll.
Look, Watson, the blade sinks easily into the flesh. It cuts through the flesh easily as the blade is so sharp.
Okay, now what? I've done it. What do I do now? How do I select them? I want this one and this one. Okay, I don't get this.
Let's try to use these weapons.
Have I not succeeded? Is that the issue here?
Let's try to decapitate our victim with these tools, knowing that the killer didn't quite manage to do it.
This game is so jank. Oh my god. Oh, okay. I have to do that. Okay.
Let's try to use these weapons on this head to obtain a large, deep wound to the
Now I can
throat,
click the
like
check
those that were noted
boxes.
on 3 of the 4 victims. Let's see if these knives can inflict a mortal wound in a situation where a single quick blow is given. The scenario in question is that of Dutfield's Yard.
Now what? Now I'm...
Let's see if these knives can inflict a mortal wound in a situation where a single quick blow is given. The scenario in question is that of Dutfield's Yard.
Oh my god. What do I do now? What am I supposed to do? With the help of your 4 knives, try to reproduce the 3. Click on the pig heads to get close up. Once you have selected one or several knives for each wound, select one or more knives and place them in the crime weapon section. How do I do that? I'm clicking them. Nothing's happening. Nothing is happening. Do I have to, like... What do I need to do? Do I have to, like, click them here? Like, what do I do? What do I do? What the heck do I do? How do I make this work? Oh my god. Like, what the hell? What do I need? What do I need to do? Like, this whole interface of this game is absolute trash. Okay, I'm gonna read. Magnifying view, your task. Draw. You can try to trace out the same wounds to figure out the current knife's possibility. Blah, 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 blah. After trying each knife, click on the checkbox next to the slot. Once you try out all 4 knives and get the right checkboxes checked, oh, he'll say elementary, which he didn't say. Okay, So I guess
Let's
I'm
try
wrong.
to use these weapons on this head to obtain a large deep wound to the throat, like those that were noted on 3 of the 4 victims.
Why did my headphones just turn off? My headphones just turned off and I don't know why. I had them plugged in, so I doubt they're out of battery.
Let's try to decapitate our victim with these tools, knowing that the killer didn't quite manage to do it.
Charming.
Okay, apparently one of these probably isn't the right knife. Maybe this is only one knife. Maybe that's the thing. Is this only one knife?
Let's see if these knives can inflict a...
I mean, technically it's only one knife, so... I think it's only... I think it's the other knife.
Look, Watson, the blade sinks...
No. Still no. How?
Let's try to decapitate our victim with these tools, knowing that the killer didn't quite manage to do it.
Charming.
The blade of this pocket knife is too thin to reach the vertebrae.
What?
With a scalpel, the wound is too shallow.
Let's check 3 knives for this one.
Let's try to decapitate our victim with these tools, knowing that the killer didn't quite manage to do it.
I see the answers and they make absolutely no
Elementary.
sense. What? No! It's not elementary. You're wrong. You're wrong, 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 wrong. You are wrong. That is wrong. That's not elementary. That's wrong. Oh my God.
Let's try to use these weapons.
Yeah, I don't know what it is for this one. This is just absolute. This is a bad game.
Let's see if these knives can inflict a mortal wound in a situation where a single quick blow is given. The scenario in question is that of Dutfield's yard.
Still can't pick knives.
Let's try to use these weapons on this head.
Maybe I have to actually do it.
This little knife is very sharp and has a very wide blade. Look, Watson, this knife easily penetrates the flesh.
What is going on? I don't understand what the hell is happening right now. Answer 1. This says it's the top knife and the bottom knife. I picked the top knife and the bottom knife. It doesn't work. They're not working.
This little knife is very sharp.
Unless I picked the wrong knives, I guess.
Look, Watson, this knife easily penetrates the flesh. This little knife is very sharp and...
I don't seem to be able to get other knives. This is like Sherlock Holmes versus Jank is what this is. I'm so confused. Maybe I have the wrong knives. So, maybe this one's right and this one's wrong. Is that possible? Can
What are we doing, Holmes?
I don't think we can get another knife though. Oh wait, yeah we can. Never mind, I am wrong. We can get another knife. So I think I think I may have picked the wrong knife. Or not. Because I can't get other knives. The store wasn't open before, and now it's open. Hey, I'm so very confused.
Let's see if these knives can inflict a mortal wound in a situation where a single quick blow is given. The scenario in question is that of Dutfield's Yard.
Okay, so I think I know what we're doing here.
Look, Watson, the blade sinks easily into the flesh.
So I'm saying that's a yes.
In using the cutting edge of this pocket knife's blade, I can scrape the skin.
So that's a no.
This particularly sharp blade can make a deep gash with one quick slice.
So that's a yes.
It cuts through the flesh easily as the blade is so sharp.
So that's a yes.
Elementary.
Okay. Alright. Maybe that's what I need to do. I need to do all of them.
Let's try to use these weapons on this head to obtain a large deep wound to the throat, like those that were noted on 3 of the 4 victims.
To eliminate them.
This little knife is very sharp and has a very wide blade.
Large, deep wound. Okay.
This pocket knife is very sharp, but its blade is too thin.
So no.
The wound is too shallow.
So no.
Look, Watson, this knife easily penetrates the flesh.
So yes.
Elementary.
So you have to try them all. You have to try them all to get them right. You can't just try the ones you think are right. You have to try all of them and eliminate the ones that aren't right. Okay. So based on this,
No, Watson. That's it, Watson. The big knife.
no, we're only
With
picking
respect to the
one.
opinion of the medical examiners who noted that a butcher's knife with a long blade would have caused the eviscerations on some of the victims, we can assume, Watson, that he only used this type of weapon as it is capable of inflicting all of the wounds displayed. Furthermore, the Dutfield's Yard murder remains attributable, for the moment, to the Whitechapel killer, if we are able to explain why the murderer used his knife in a different manner. Why not go there now? We will try to reenact the killer's actions that night. Our first objective will be to clarify, one way or another, the statements of Constable Smith, as well as this Hungarian by the name of Schwartz. We must also try to find out more about the International Working Men's Educational Club, underneath which the murder took place, perhaps at the Wasp's Nest.
Yes, let's go to Dutfield's Yard or wherever, but quickly. I am in urgent need of fresh air.
Let's go to the Wasp's Nest.
Is it stanky in there? And we're just gonna leave it. And just leave it. Leave it for it's somebody else's problem, right? It's not our problem. It's somebody else's issue. Hey. Oh, yeah, that's right. We're at the butcher shop. Forgot. We're back here.
Don't forget that Bluto may still be hiding here. I will try to find out more inside. You, Watson, must intercept the policeman on his rounds. Given the hour and a bit of luck, it will be Smith. Try to get some information from him.
Understood, Holmes.
Hello.
I know you. You're Squibby's guardian angel. You weren't dressed the same last time, but I don't forget a face. No hard feelings, eh? Join me in a glass?
Your Jack the Ripper is on everyone's lips and written in all of the papers. You must be awfully proud of yourself. You have skill, that's for certain. It's a shame you use it to mask rather than discover the truth.
You better believe that I'm going to find out who it is. I got a hold of old Schwartz's interpreter. You know, the Hungarian who saw Liz Stride get it. Doesn't speak a word of English. And when he went round to the station, another Jew went along to interpret. I found that bloke, and he repeated everything that had been said at the station. It won't be long before I find these fellows.
Okay.
Why do you say these fellows? Were there several of them?
Do you not read the papers, or what? Well, given the rubbish that you read sometimes, let me explain. At 12:45 a.m., Schwartz goes down Burner Street towards Fairclough, on the side of the road where the Workers' Club is. A bit further from there, just near Dutfield Yard's wooden doors, a chap and a lady are arguing. The Star said that the bloke wanted to push the girl into Dutfield's yard, but the translator told me that Schwartz saw him pulling her towards the road. She doesn't want to follow. He grabs her by the shoulders and throws her to the ground. She falls. Falls a bit, not too loudly. Old Schwartz is scared, crosses to the other side, but continues in the same direction. The bloke with the girl notices him and yells, "Lipsky!" At the same time, another bloke at the corner of Fairclough and Burner who was lighting his pipe gets in on the action. He starts coming towards Schwartz in a menacing way, and Schwartz takes to his heels, doesn't see anything else. Once he finds out that a woman got herself killed, he went to testify and identified Long Liz Stride as the woman he saw getting thrown about. So there were definitely two blokes, mate. But why am I telling you all this?
In vino veritas.
Okay.
I'll take my leave then, Mr. Bulling.
That's right. Till next time.
A draft, my good man.
Here, sir.
Tell me, was it not a mere stone's throw away from here that the Whitechapel killer struck last week?
That'd be Jack the Ripper, that's his name. Slit the throat of a working girl in a small courtyard over there behind them big wooden doors.
Below the Workers' Club?
The very spot, below Lipsky and Co. I wouldn't be surprised if Jack was one of them, if you catch my drift.
Lipsky.
Lipsky and Company. Do you mean to say that someone called Lipsky runs this club?
Nah, it's just that it's full of Jews. In Whitechapel, we call them all Lipskys, like that Lipsky who killed that girl in Batty Street last year.
Oh, really?
Last year, a Jew named Israel Lipsky killed a lass who was 6 months pregnant by making her drink acid. One trial and one protest by rabbis later, and he was hanging. By those who don't much like him, the Jews are called Lipskys.
Is the term Lipskys used to refer to the Jews in the area, and is this club frequented by Jews?
You got it. Socialist Jews even. They spend their evenings hollering, singing. I've seen them spitting on the bosses.
And you know the victim?
No more her than any other. The working girls don't drum up business too much in this street. They need a reason to end up here.
All right.
Very well. Goodbye.
Cheers.
First and foremost, I must find P.C. Smith. Good evening, Constable.
Good evening, sir.
I am Dr. Watson. Would you happen to be P.C. Smith, the man who patrols this beat?
That's me. And you work with the famous Sherlock Holmes, don't you? What can I do for you?
I believe you were on duty the night when the murder took place here. You would certainly be able to confirm a few details, such as the time of death that the medical examiner gave.
It's just that I wasn't there when the body was discovered. I don't think I can help you.
Okay.
But I was told that you had seen the victim that very night.
Indeed, but it was before the murder. I saw her, not far from here. She was talking to a man. It was around 12:30 or 12:35 a.m.
Okay.
What did this man look like?
I only saw him from behind, really. He was wearing a short black outfit, a small felt hat like a cap in a dark colour, and a white collar. He seemed to be a respectable type. He was carrying a packet in his hand wrapped in newspaper, about 18 inches long and about 6 inches wide.
His outfit reminds me of someone that I know. Was he a large man, on the older side?
I don't think so, no. Even though I only saw him from behind, I would say that he was barely 30 years old, or even less. Say 28, or even less. 26 years old, and 5 foot 8 inches tall at the very most. He had a small dark brown moustache and an olive complexion, I would say. But once again, I only caught a brief glimpse of his face in 3/4 profile.
Losers thinks the raid has it going. We are playing Sherlock Holmes versus Jack the Ripper. Also, we've nicknamed it Sherlock Holmes versus Jank because it's been kind of janky. Like, more janky than I expected, honestly. Because somebody doesn't know how to give instructions on exactly what to do. The game is really bad at telling you how to do puzzles, and one of the puzzles we had to do recently involved looking up information on the internet because they wanted you to know by heart Civil War battle date, basically, which kind of sucks. I'm gonna give you all a plunge for coming in. If you've never been here before, I'm Taco Adventure, and I'm trying to beat every single graphical PC English language adventure game ever made. And we're on game 427. Technically, this is, we've done more than 427 because we did some short games. Starting like 430 or something, I think, but. Yeah, this is not Frogwares that they're finding as well. Frogwares, I think, originally produced garbage, and then their garbage got less garbagey. So, you know, they started out as, I think, producing, like, super casual, like, hidden object stuff. Hey, Lars. But we played Sherlock Holmes Crimes and Punishments, and that game was pretty good. So that was 2 games after this, I think. So they seem to have learned. I mean, I can see the gears turning in this game and the ideas forming. But the execution just, you know. The execution just isn't quite there. Anyway, thank you all for coming in here for the raid. Hope you had a good one playing Doom 3 with EAX 4.0 HD Extreme Audio. This game does not have extreme audio, as far as I know. Alright, we're going to continue.
Nobody else saw this man?
I discussed this previously with Mr. Eagle, the president of the Workers' Club. That night he returned around 12:40 a.m. to the club. He used the passage through Dutfield's yard to get into the club because the main door was locked. He can attest that he didn't see anyone else in the passage at that time, but wasn't really paying attention to who else might have been in Burner Street itself. He was listening to the song coming from the club. In short, no one else saw him.
Well, thank you for having satisfied my curiosity, my friend.
A fine evening to you, Doctor.
Back to Sherlock Holmes.
Well, Watson, let's go to Dutfield's yard.